Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Monday, September 29th, 2025, and today's topic, I'm going to call it one-line drawing. But before we begin, welcome back if you're returning and welcome if you're new to the channel. I sketch and post every day and I use a timer to stay focused and to build a habit. I'll start at 10 minutes. I was going to say I'll start a 10-minute timer, but I'm actually going to start a 1-minute timer. So yeah, you might get some ideas from this if you want to play along. But yeah, it's a technique called one-line drawing. I'm just going to use my usual medium point felt tip pen, Papermate. But I might also use some different pens that I have laying around, and I'll kind of explain as I do it. Oh, it's going to be from imagination. Because I've done this before, but it was like from reference, which is also like a good exercise. But also this will be from imagination. So I'll start a 1-minute timer, and I'm just going to draw like whatever is going to be from imagination. I'm going to keep a loose grip. So go ahead and zoom in. And so yeah, you might want to have like a blank sheet of paper, and let's draw like a raven. So one line. So part of this is drawing from imagination, which can combine doodling with mark making. Can also be abstract if you wanted, or you can have an idea in mind, kind of like this. So I'm just going to draw what I think a raven can look like. I'm not going to lift up, so we're calling it one line because I'm not going to lift up the pen. So we're done. And I'm using a 1-minute timer. Again, these are just ideas. I'm just using like a 1-minute timer. So I'll start another one. Let's do like a tree. So I'm going to do kind of a collage thing. And again, everything that I kind of talked about in all the other videos. So this is like doodling and mark making. And it could actually be abstract. So I'm scribbling. So doodling and scribbling. And then there's also like different kinds of lines. So this is like smoother. But it's just a way of tapping into like creativity and discovering things, because there's a lot of stuff that you might not think of if you just kind of thought to yourself, well, I'm going to draw something like specific. So I mean, that's kind of a good warm-up right there. Now I've talked about how whenever I was artistically blocked or creatively blocked, 1-minute sketching was a big deal because of the block. All right, let's move over to here. I'll start another 1-minute timer. I'm going to draw like a profile of maybe somebody, maybe not. Keeping a pretty loose grip. I'll switch to like a different pen. Kind of like this. It's just made up. Not looking at anything. Now, if the question is, well, what if I don't know how to draw like a profile? Well, then yeah, there's exercises, obviously, to learn how to draw profiles. But then sometimes you want to do this, and then you can start to combine it. You can always look up reference, I mean, like after this. But sometimes you can get a character out of it. That's 1 minute. I think, what was that, like 1, 2, 3 minutes? Alright, so now that I did that, so you can see, I mean, you can get some interesting ideas. Again, it's really just about like the flowing of the ideas. So I've got this thing, this pen. It's a Kuretake, is that what it's called? Yeah, I got it like a while back. It's kind of like these Tombow, kind of a brush point. So I'm going to keep going with this. So yeah, you could decide, for example, like if you want to actually define it more or something. I'm going to keep going since today's video is about the one-line drawing, like from imagination. So I'll start another 1-minute timer. I'm going to do reflections. So I'm just doing like whatever sort of pops into my head. So let's say that this is some trees right here. I'm going to like replicate it. So that's like another thing you can do, sort of see if you can replicate the look of something. So this is the brush pen. Kind of, well, it was sort of running out. I already kind of knew that. So for this reflection, I'm going to make the values match. Yeah, this one is running out, but it can still be used. So I'm making the values like this. Both of these are dark, kind of, to see if it actually looks like reflections, and it kind of does. So that's 1 minute. So I'm going to keep this in the running out pile. So yeah, I've got these other ones. These are Tombow. This one is like a, I think this one says it's a hard tip. So I don't know if that was a one line. I may have forgot. I'll do a, I was doing wolves and like foxes and stuff, like some animals. So I'll just do another one. Maybe right here. Like, see if I can remember. It was sort of like this. So again, this is like another thing that you can do where, like, I kind of remember this is my point. And keeping it at one line. So I'm just kind of drawing from memory. So yeah, I'm not lifting up the pen. So that's kind of what I remember it looking like. Alright, so that's 1 minute. Maybe I'll start to wrap it up. So in this one, I'll just fill this little area, I'm not sure with what. So I'll start a 1 minute timer, but it's like a fine point. And let's just go with like, I'll do a horse, I mean, whatever. But I'm just going to start with like a, again, like one line, kind of doodling. There's just different approaches. I could have done more of an outline and then like turn it into something. Like, I don't totally know, but kind of looks like a horse. Could put someone on it. Really, it's just a way of getting some ideas down. So that's 1 minute. And yeah, that'll be it for today. So yeah, that was just something you might want to play around with. And then yeah, you can always turn it into something more developed. I think it's like a creative kind of exercise, and you can learn some things, get some ideas. So I want to thank you for joining me for our daily sketching routine. And if you enjoy these videos, please support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on sketching.